Hi YouTube, it's Carletta with Body Candy, and today I will be doing a short two-part tutorial on how I make my bubble bath bomb cupcakes. Now, if anybody has watched my previous videos, you guys know that I had a time trying to perfect the recipe, even though the recipes are on YouTube. You can find them, but some of them I still, put my own little thing to so that I can, you know, be a little more original, which my hubby would say, follow the recipe and stop going off to do what you want. But whatever. So let's get started. If you want to, learn how to make it, I'm going to show you right now. Okay. So right here, I'm sifting 1 cup of citric acid and 2 cups of baking soda. And I also added a teaspoon of cream of tartar and a teaspoon of cornstarch as well, which is really good for the skin. So I'm just sifting this here. It's really good to sift. At first, when I started, I was like, I'm not sifting nothing, whatever. Once you start doing things on your own in your bath and body products, you just want to do your own thing. But sifting is very important. It really helps mix everything together. And basically, it keeps things from, being over measured or under measured. It just basically keeps everything mixed well together, and it keeps it from, not breaking apart. Like your bath bombs need to be evenly mixed together, or they will break apart in your mold or whatever, silicone mold, or whatever you're trying to use to make a shape for your bath bomb. So you don't want to do that. Okay. So, and I have 100%, 100% grapeseed oil. I love grapeseed oil. It is like the best. And what I want to do here is make a point that I don't. Some people add lots of different oils in their bath bombs. For me, unless it's a personal preference, I only add one oil at a time. If I am going to add more than one oil, I make sure I ask the client if they prefer, grapeseed oil or coconut oil or olive oil. Everybody has different preferences, but me personally, I just do one at a time. And here, I have my own little magic concoction that I mixed myself. Now, this is a combination of SLSA and bath salts with a lavender fragrance scent and some oils that I actually made myself because I did want to add bath salts to my bath bombs because the recipe does call for it, but I wanted to also, add in my own little, you know, flavor so that I don't always have to, mix everything up one by one. I want everything to be mixed in the same jar. So I take and I make my own little mixture here, which I love. So without further ado, I take about a half a cup of this, of my little magic potion here, and I add it in. Now, if you look at my mixture, I have some bigger pieces in here, and some of these pieces that are actually in here are just some of the oil that may have gathered around the SLSA and the bath salts. And then some are just from just the salts itself. Sometimes it gathers up, but you just break it up, if you want to use that recipe or whatever you want to do. I'll leave the link in my bio, and you can make your own little secret SLSA bath salts. And also, too, because these bath salts you can use just as bath salts, and they could just be bubble bath salts. That's how it originally started. And then I said, well, if you can use it that way, you can also probably add it into your mixture for your bath bombs. And let me tell you something, I love it. It's simple, fast, everything gets mixed in, blah, blah, blah. So now, you mix it all together, and now, for me, I take and I add almost a half a cup of grapeseed oil. some at a time, not a lot. Don't go bananas, because you don't want your powder to be too oily. And I take my mix stick here and I mix it in slow, slow, slow. I have watched a lot of tutorials, and they say sometimes that the humidity in your area, like where you live at, it changes the effect of the bath bomb. I haven't had that problem yet, thank God. But for right now, my bath bombs pretty much stay together pretty good, and they get pretty rock hard. It could be a combination of the cream of tartar, because cream of tartar is, you know, something that you add to your bath bombs and your frostings for your tops of your cupcakes and things to make them hard. It actually makes them like really rock hard. It works well with the meringue and the oils and the scents that you use, and the powdered sugar for your frosting. It works really well. Take a sniff, and it smells good. And then I take my water. Now, for my water, some people may think I'm a little crazy, but I don't do like everybody else. I just take my hand, throw it in, play it by ear, because the thing you want to do is get your mixture to feel like wet sand in your hand. That will let you know when your bath bomb is ready. So I add in a little bit more oil to my mixture, and I keep mixing it. Now, it's pretty much almost like I want it. And so I just dip my hand in and dip my hand back in the bowl. And just as simple as that. I don't go through all the extra things that people go through to make a perfect bath bomb, because, you know, your perfect bath bomb comes from how you mix all your mixture together, basically. No fuss, no muss. I'm adding a little bit more oil. And also, what nobody tells you, in the videos, is that the oil actually helps the mixture bind together really well as well. I didn't realize until I started making these myself, and I'm like, well, sometimes you use less water and add more oil to actually make everything come together a little more better, so that when you do your mixture and you hold it together, it pretty much stays together if you crumble it up in your hand. Now, I'm going to add some orchid, a few drops of this fragrance oil into my mixture. It smells really yummy too. And then I'm going to mix it around. So I want it to smell good. It already has like a mild lavender scent from my bath salts, which I love. But I still want to make sure that I have a nice oily scent to go with that. And orchid and lavender is a wonderful, wonderful mix of fragrances. I mean, it's ridiculous. It smells so good. You can't beat it almost. Okay. Now we're going to put this to the side here. I probably make such a mess when I'm doing these bath bombs. Okay. Note to self here. Okay, so this is actually a haul. I must tell you guys, I got this silicone mold from AC Moore here in Philly, and it was a bargain. Like, I got it on sale for $5, and it came in a box with not only this 6 cupcake mold, but it also came with a piping bag and like 6 piping utensils to go with it. It was like really a steal. I should have gotten more, but I was just like, well, I'm gonna just try one. But now I wish that I would have, grabbed like 4 or 5 of them. Then I would have had more silicone molds, because they can be very expensive. I find them really cheap on eBay now, but beforehand I was like, I can't do. I was just using the steel ones, but the silicone ones work much better for my personal experience. Anyway, okay, let me stop rambling. Cupcake liners. Here we go. So these are simple cupcake liners. You can get them from anywhere, the dollar store, Walmart, wherever. It doesn't really matter. Me personally, whenever it's a sale, I just grab them. It doesn't matter the pattern. I just pick them up and let it rip and pay my look. Now these I got for actually $1.50 from Walmart. They were on sale. I think it was like a pack of 70. So, these are really cool. And what I love about these silicone molds are they hold your bath bomb liner so tight in the little cubby here, if you can see, which makes life much more easier when you're trying to make these. It gets rock hard and it's really more easier. So basically what you do is you take a nice little hefty amount, throw it in the cupcake liner. Now it gets messy. Don't worry, you're not getting an award for the sexiest cupcake inside of a liner. It will be hidden inside of the liner, and when it dries hard, you won't be able to tell. It's really just that simple. You pat it down all the way down into the cupcake liner. It gets kind of messy. You can just, clean it up as you go along, like I do. Also, with the silicone molds, it does tend to give a little bit, like a little, because it's like rubber, so it will give a little bit. So even though it's tight, you still want to make sure that you pack it in there nice and easy. And as you can see, my mixture is getting kind of hard. You don't have to work pretty fast, but you want to make sure that you get all your cupcakes nice and lined. And there you have it. That's one. Then you remix it up a little bit more. Grab a nice little healthy amount. Throw it into the next liner. Pack it down. Now, unlike making a real cupcake, you can just pour the mixture in. But with these bath bombs, you actually have to do all the manual work yourself. You just keep pressing down, making sure you get it down. Now, also, I don't know if any of you guys watched my last video, but I told everyone about how to not pack your bath bombs all the way to the top inside of your cupcake liner, because you want to leave room for frosting. And if you pack it up too high, your frosting will fall off of your cupcake, and you will be very upset, like I was all this time ago. And turn it around, because I couldn't figure out how to keep it de-ice it in there. And if you check out my last video, you'll find out how you'll be able to keep your frosting on your cupcake. Give out a little pointer there for those who don't know. Grab another little bit.